Hey guys, I'm here cooking. Finally, we're back. And
Back again.
look who's here. I'm cooking with friends today, Donnie and Carolyn.
Hi, everyone.
It has been a while.
It
When
has
Rachel came in, I said, oh my God, I have not done this. I feel like it's the first time all over again. A little, butterflies.
I'm a little nervous.
No, I love doing this. And actually, I was hoping Joseph was going to be here. Well, Kayla's here, so
You
maybe
wouldn't be
she'll...
able to see Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Because I was thinking, like, this is something good for the kids. We're going to do chicken soup and another pasta sauce, which that's fine. But the chicken soup is something the kids could do. It's
Right.
easy.
Yep.
You know, and then they can make a big pot of it and they can
something
have.
that Donnie can do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So this is going to be chicken soup day because we're frickin' freezing, right?
Yeah.
Aren't we? All right. So we're going to heat up the vegetable oil, Carolyn.
Okay.
No olive oil. Can you believe it?
Vegetable oil.
Not for the chicken soup. We're going to use the vegetable oil. So I just got a big pot and I just covered the bottom of it. And then we're going to do the vegetables. And you know why I picked the bolognese? I'm going to do the bolognese too. Joe, I'm wearing your apron because I'm wearing a white sweater, so I need Rachel's friend Joe came over and told us how to make the homemade pasta, and he made bolognese too that night. His was fabulous. But mine is a little different because I put the cream in it, so I figured, yeah, mix it up a little,
Mix
right?
it up. Mix it up.
Sounds
But
good.
the funny thing about these two dishes is they both start off with the same ingredients: onion, carrot, celery, and garlic. So I said, well, we'll do them
you
both
might
at the
as
same
well do-
time. The only thing with the
kill two
soup,
birds with
and I'm
one
going to show you
stone.
with the soup. Now I kind of got carried away with the onion, carrot, and celery. We're going to make.
Yes.
Stop it. We're going to make a lot.
Wow.
All right. So what I did is with the carrots, and you know, I didn't even really. I should have counted them. I'll figure it out for the recipe, but. When I start peeling the carrots, the dogs come running over because they love freaking carrots. So I just start giving the dogs carrots, and then I forget how many freaking carrots I didn't know. So there were about 4 or 5 carrots, but they were really big carrots, so big organic ones.
Oh.
So I'm guessing there's like 4 or 5 carrots here. But anyway, so you're going to start off with your vegetables. So you got your carrots, and you want to cut them like all uniform, bite size. You know, like well, you'll see with the bolognese, it's going to be ground up. You know, these are not. These are just. I did them by hand. And then the onion, I usually do the onion a little coarser, but I put it in my food processor. I got lazy. So there's onion and garlic in there, and then the celery. Again, I did like 6 or 8 stalks with the leaves. You want all those nice leaves in there because those have all the flavor. All right, it looks like a lot, but don't worry, it's gonna cook down. Okay. Everybody gets scared. They're like, oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I didn't cut any of this. I used my food processor for the onion and the garlic. And then obviously the
Nice
carrot.
color.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And the carrot and celery are easy to chop, right?
Yep.
Oh, Dolores, she's over there. I forgot to. You guys say hi to Dolores.
Dolores.
I totally forgot.
Ready to do
I got
some
carried
food
away.
Dolores is having a little cheese and crackers.
Okay.
Yes, we're having our wine and we're hanging out and
Sunday afternoon.
Salute.
salute. All right, so we're gonna do the. What you're gonna do is you really don't want to cook this, but you want to soften it a little bit, okay? Because it's gonna cook later when everything's added and all the juice and the broth and everything, okay? So you have, and well, I don't know if people put garlic in their chicken soup, but
Why not?
we're Italian. We put garlic in our
And
chicken
everything.
soup.
Exactly.
Did I just say I'm Italian?
I'm
You
Okay.
did say you were Italian.
That's all right.
Your mother put garlic in her
That's
chicken
all right. Did right? I mean,
Yep.
you have to, right? All right, and then we'll season it up with a little salt and pepper, right? You know that. Blah, blah, blah. You know, salt and pepper, that's kind of, here, you do that part.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to get this chicken soup started, and because we're doing the same ingredients for the bolognese.
Is that good enough? Or,
Yeah, keep it going.
Okay.
Is that too much trouble for you?
No, I just want to
See?
make
Last time it worked, we have the light on it this time.
Yeah, in fact, I do have the sea salt in here, so I like to do them at the same time.
Okay.
Oh, the sea salt is not, there you go. See?
that.
Start dancing. Yeah, there you go. You have fun in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
It does have a light.
Good
See?
job.
Look at that.
See? These are good. All right. And then we're going to let that go because we want to let that go. Now, so the bolognese, which is funny, I put the onion, carrot, and celery, but see how I chopped it nice and fine?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
And this is a lot too. I got a
Okay.
little carried away. I probably won't use it all. But I did 1.5 onions. I forgot to mention 1.5 onions, and for the soup, I did maybe like 4 or 5 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use a lot of liquid, so that's fine. And then I did doing 2 cans of tomatoes with the bolognese. So I did maybe 3 to 4 cloves per can of tomato. That's what I like to do.
San Marzano tomatoes?
Yes.
Always.
All right, so we'll add this in. Well, first we're going to do the olive oil. So now with the bolognese, we're going to do the olive oil. Okay, so we're going to heat that up. And then we'll add the onion, carrot, and celery. And this one I really want to saute. Like I want to cook it down. Not as much as these. These, you know, because those will cook when you're simmering the soup.
Yeah.
It'll cook. These I want to simmer down. That's why it looks like a lot because it's going to shrink down. It's gonna
And
shrink
you
down
put
a lot.
that through your food
Dolores,
processor?
I'm doing onion, carrot, celery, and garlic for both dishes.
Yeah, I heard you.
Did you? All right, for the soup and the sauce. And this is a kind of meaty, rich vegetable sauce. That's why, you know,
Did
it's
you
a
put
little.
that through the food processor?
I did,
Okay.
and I chopped it, and it was so easy. You just, what you do, make sure when you put your carrots and your celery in, you coarsely chop them. You don't want to put them in
Yeah.
too big. And it just helps, you know. So we're gonna add the celery again. Use the celery leaves. Use them. It's a lot of.
I
don't buy the hearts.
I made lentil soup today and I did not use celery
Yeah. I
leaves. I'll have
It
to do
gives a
that.
different flavor?
Oh, it's just a lot of flavor in the leaves. In fact, I made pasta fagioli Friday night. Same thing. I put
We
onion.
had pasta fazool last night too.
See, it's just nuts. We've been cooking all weekend. Yeah. So basically, you want to just add
Love
your.
the color. I love
It looks like a lot, but it's not going to be. So I'm just going to add. I'll probably leave a little out. I think I did too much carrot because of the dogs. The dogs got me all screwed up. So it looks like a lot, but this is gonna. That's why I wanted to start this, why we do the soup,
Yep.
because it's gonna take a long time to
So how
reduce
long
down.
does it to
It's gonna
redu-
take about 10-15 minutes at
To
least,
reduce.
Mhm. Because you really want to cook it down, and you're gonna be
What do you use,
surprised.
about a cup and a half of oil?
Yeah,
Maybe a little
yeah,
more?
yeah. I would say half a cup, 3/4 of a cup, because. But I do. I know. I do it by.
Right, yeah.
I should start measuring this stuff. But you guys know. You'll figure it out. All right. So you want to get that going, right?
Yep.
And again, look at that. Isn't that funny? We both have the
I
same
can't believe
ingredients.
it. It's crazy.
Like what? Nuts.
That was smart to do 2 dishes in one.
Yeah, and I didn't even really think of that when I was doing it, but I like to do soups in the
color.
winter.
So
Yeah,
cool,
isn't that
nice.
pretty?
Yeah.
And then for the soup, I'm going to add a little thyme, and I like to just tie it. This is fresh thyme.
Okay.
Not in there. Not in there.
Okay.
And I like to tie it because then at the end you could just pull it out.
Pull
You
it
don't
out.
have the strings in there. So that's the fresh
it
thyme.
right in, huh?
And I do that in my beef stew too. I did.
Yeah,
did
we
you see
saw
my
the
beef
beef
stew?
stew. We saw that.
I didn't do a video, Rachel. I just did the. I know I needed you. I don't know what happened. You must have been busy. But
come
the
over
same
that
thing with
day.
the beef stew. I brown the meat, I season it and brown it, and then I do fresh thyme, and that's just another layer of flavor. It's optional.
Right.
You don't have to do that. I mean, you can use any herb you want, but I love thyme in soup, fresh thyme. All right, so we'll get that going, and then this is going to go, and you want that to get, All right. So now we're going to talk about the chicken, Carolyn.
Yes.
This is where I cheat with
You
the
use
chicken.
the roasted chicken?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to show you. Now, do you ever do that? You ever buy the, like,
I
yeah.
buy the roasted chicken, but I never made roasted chicken in just chicken soup.
Never done soup.
Well, the thing is, I made chicken soup with leftover chicken, or I cooked the chicken on the side. You can do it any which way you want it, but this is so freaking easy, and it's so much more flavor because I'll add like the juice, and then I throw the another little trick is I'll throw like the skin in there for more flavor because all the flavor is on the skin, and then I pull it out at the end. So it's
And
just
it's a lot quicker.
yeah. It's let me just wash my hands because this is the crazy part. You gotta know how to pull the chicken. You gotta be a good chicken picker. And I'm a good chicken picker because you do
Never
not.
knew there was such a thing
Yeah,
as a
chicken picker. You gotta get down and dirty, okay? Rachel,
I gotta come on this side so I can
the
drink
thing
a glass
about
of
it,
wine. Have a glass.
yeah. Oh yeah. Cheers.
Chicken. Oh,
Where's Carolyn's wine?
I'm down
I got
here.
something to drink, right, Mrs. G?
This
Mrs.
is
G,
good. This is what you
I
want.
always gotta drink something when you cook it. So,
You want those vegetables to soften up.
so,
Excellent. You guys have fun back there. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm
Just a little busy.
I'm slaving over the stove. This is good.
I'll stir you.
No. I'm,
Chicken ready.
I wanted to just keep doing that every once in a while. So
Pick your chicken. I gotta see how you.
yeah, it cooks
I have
evenly.
to see how you pick your chicken.
All right, let's have a salute.
All right, cheers.
Okay, cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
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 Salute.
Poor Rachel. She can't. Cheers, Dolores.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hanging out and doing
So
this.
show me how
Makes
the
it
chicken
so much
picker.
funner.
Chicken picker.
Funner. All right, we really don't need this because I don't even use the tinfoil pan. I'll just use this as my little thing for
Yeah,
my chicken.
and then you get
All right,
rid of it
but
afterwards.
I'll use this for the bones. Okay.
Okay.
So what I would do is just you want to take the legs off. Okay. And then you don't need that skin. I'm only going to use the skin that's on the breast.
The breast.
Yeah, because you don't really need all that. And then you got to get on.
Oh,
you got to
said that.
get.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep, you got to get in there, and you don't want any cartilage, you don't want any bone, you
Nope.
don't want any fat. Okay, so you're picking all that crap off and you're throwing it away. Oops, I didn't say crap. You still with me? I meant all that good stuff.
We'll have to bleep that
All right, so in
out.
other words, you want to just break these up
Yep.
into little bite-sized pieces. And I don't cut this. I don't put it on a board. I just grab it with.
Just take it, that's what I
No,
do
you
with
do
the
with your
chicken.
hand. Don't be
Yep.
afraid. See how that moist that
Nice,
is?
that's good chicken.
All right, so you just want to
Oh,
do
that's
all
Can
that.
we do that?
That's
Yep.
nature's
All right, I'll
promise
do
I'm
it.
going to
chicken.
show you. Yes, it's very fresh. And then this little piece, see?
The skin, do you
Yeah,
put it
I'm
in?
going to throw it right in here.
Oh, you throw it
There
right
you
in.
go. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Nice.
You want all that. And look, I want to show you another thing. The wings.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get a picture of this.
The wing, yep.
I throw the wing right in there, just like
'Cause
that.
You can just
for
take it
flavor.
right out. Yep.
For flavor. But look at Donnie.
Yes, look at
You
that.
go through that,
Okay, I'll do it.
and you throw the what you don't want in here, and then what you do want. And again, you've got to get all that stuff off, but you don't want anything cookie.
Right, you don't want no good.
You don't
Nothing cookie. Nothing, got to be a good
got-
chicken
You don't want
We got-
you don't want fat.
We have a lot of fancy terms around here. Okay, but yeah, you're going to go through this whole thing,
Yeah.
Donnie. Wait, and I forgot to take off this little thing. You don't want that. Okay, there. What did Kayla say?
You mean
No, I
for
said she got-
Sadie?
you got a text from Sadie.
Oh, here in the hound? Oh,
All right, am I doing this or you
yeah,
doing
you're doing it. All right, so
Get out of my way.
like the wings, I just throw them in there. Okay. Let me wash my hands.
Stir it.
Yep, give it a stir, Carolyn. All right, so this chicken soup is easy. Everything, I mean, you can poach your chicken. You can use your leftover roasted chicken. Whatever chicken you want to use. I like to use these in a pinch because, oh, good girl. I don't want you to get dirty.
Oh, that's
I wore white today, but I shouldn't have with the tomato sauce.
It's only my Old Navy shirt.
What? Donnie's, I love this. Donnie's doing the chicken. All right,
He
so
doesn't do this. He doesn't do this at home.
What?
Oh,
Oh boy. He's going to be able to make his own chicken soup pretty soon. All right, it's going to have to go like a few more minutes. See that? Just, you want all that stuff in there. You want, Donnie, you got any skin? You throw it right in, all right?
I think
Don't
you
be
already
alarmed.
You already took all this.
No, I didn't. There's more. All right, we're going to add a little salt and pepper to the Bolognese Trinity. All right, you want to just season as you go.
Yep.
I use the kosher salt just because it's easier.
I like the kosher salt.
Put it
Oh,
right
good.
in.
Throw it in.
Throw it in.
We'll pull that out later. And then for the chicken broth, a lot of times I just use
How much do you
the
use, though?
pre-made. You can make your
Yeah.
own. I've done it. It's a lot of work. And I'll use like 2 cartons of the chicken stock
So like the
or
32
broth.
ounces.
Whatever you have.
Yeah,
I'm going to
okay.
do 1 stock and 1 broth, and then I'm going to add the water too.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hello, hello, company. They're the watchdogs. All right, so this is going good, but we want to. This has got to.
typically just use the chicken broth.
Be
so
careful. I
chicken
think I just
stock.
opened that.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
didn't
use broth or stock.
Okay.
And I'm going to use, I think, 1 of each this
Okay.
time.
So why broth? Why stock? Is stock
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Stock is a little fuller bodied. It's
Okay.
richer. It's got more depth, more
Okay.
flavor to it. So
Okay.
yeah, you could use broth. You're going to get a lighter variation of it.
Okay.
Yeah, throw it in. Throw it in. And then, actually, I'm going to put 1 of these. I want to.
On this side, so we can. Stir.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't want to mix these up. Different flavors, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then we're going to just add our veggies, and then we're going to let it, bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer, and then we'll finish the other sauce. So easy so far, right?
Well, it's nice when everything's pre-cut.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Well, I figured, who wants to see me use the food processor? It's kind of boring. But I like, this is kind of funny how this is the same stuff, the same ingredients.
That looks good. Though.
Yeah, but I like to let those vegetables go a little bit longer. You
Yeah.
know, I like to let them. See? And how are you doing,
I'm
mister?
doing great.
Okay, good. And look it, I already did 1.
I have some
So we have extra chicken.
Oh.
I even have some more skin if you want some.
Yep, throw it in.
Okay.
We will pick it out after. You getting this, Dolores?
So typically, how much do you use 2 roasted
Well,
chickens?
a lot of times depends, like if it's big. Like sometimes if I go to certain stores, it's a big, huge roasted chicken. These are kind of little.
Okay.
So I got 2 of them.
Okay.
You know what? You're not going to go wrong with too much chicken.
Yeah.
No? And then you can just add more broth. I mean, basically it's chicken, vegetables, and your,
Okay, I think I demolished this chicken.
oh, you did. All right, so we'll throw that in,
I think it's in good shape.
get that going. Look how easy this is. Now, everyone makes chicken soup, but you know what's nice is the kids, they probably don't know how to do it, right?
No.
No.
They may. Who knows?
They could buy one of these
I gotta
little
be honest
chickens
with
and make
you.
chicken soup.
I never really made chicken soup ever.
No?
You want to put that in?
Yeah,
too?
throw it all in.
Okay.
We're gonna add a lot of.
Look at that.
that.
I did a good
No
job.
boat. Oh, Donnie,
wait,
Donnie, Donnie.
Oh, don't get me in trouble.
Oh my
He's
God.
trying to kill us.
Hey, what do we want? You want us to choke on a chicken bone?
I didn't see that.
He didn't see that one. He's fired.
so you-
He's fired.
You're just gonna get this
Lorene
go.
put that one in the fridge.
You're gonna just get it coated, and
Okay.
you're just trying to blend all the flavors. It's not. And then we'll add the liquid. Okay. We're gonna add 2 or 3 of those.
Okay.
Excuse me. Pardon me. How many we got? 3?
good.
Yeah. Well, since we added so much chicken, we're gonna do 3 of them,
Okay.
and then we'll add some water. Yeah, that's good. And we're gonna let that go. And then I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna add like 4 cups of water, because that's gonna thin it out a little, and
Okay.
you don't need all that broth. See, that's the other thing. I don't measure. I just,
So you're adding like 4 cups? Well, this is a big
yep.
pot.
I'm gonna add 4, maybe 1 more. How is it? Good? Hot peppers? Oh God, you know what? I love this.
What's that? What about the house?
This is fun. He's over there eating hot peppers. I love it.
It was good.
All right, well,
Okay.
let's just pretend that these are at the place. I think they're pretty good. Now I'm going to add a little bit of paste. I like to add paste to this sauce because it gives it a nice, thicker
Do you use
consistency.
the whole can of paste?
I'm going to use it, but it's a little can.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the whole can. All right, so we're going to bring this up to a boil. We're going to
Okay.
have to salt a little bit of that. We're going to add a little bit more salt.
You want me to
I want to do
cover it?
table salt. Yep.
Yep.
Well, wait till we bring it to a boil, and then
Okay.
we'll put a cover on and we'll simmer it.
Okay.
Add a little more salt and pepper. And then we're gonna add our veggies, okay? I like to do the
Smells
green
good.
beans. Throw
Oh.
those in there. That's 2 cups of canned or frozen green beans.
Okay.
All right, and then I have some chopped fresh spinach here.
Wow,
I'm gonna,
wow.
yeah, we like to have it,
Do you put
but I'm
that
gonna add it in at the end.
the end, right?
And then I have the noodles over here all done. The noodles I do on the side because I don't like them
You do
getting all.
noodles too?
Yeah, chicken noodle soup.
Well, no, I don't. Well, I never.
You don't do noodles?
No.
Oh no! So when we plate it, we'll add the noodles,
Okay.
and then we'll scoop in the sauce. But I turn that up high, Carolyn. Be careful. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good, Donnie. I want that. I want that doing that. Okay.
Okay.
So you have your, and then at the end, you add in the nice spinach. That gives it a nice fresh. You top it with a little grated cheese and a
Wow.
little. Sometimes I even put beans in. But I usually put like a can of beans. 'Cause Danny says, "Mom, don't put the beans in."
Ooh, like-
we had pasta fagioli. He's like, "I've had enough beans."
Like the cannellini beans?
Yeah,
Okay.
or cannellini or the navy beans or just something, and it gives it another protein in there and makes it hearty. Makes it heartier.
Which is good.
Which is great. Like with chicken soup, you can put anything you want. You can put potatoes, you can put noodles.
Crazy.
That's it. It's easy. Everything's cooked in there. Now what you want to do is bring that up to a boil,
Right.
and then you want to turn it down and just kind of simmer it for.
You have to cover it all?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
cover
okay.
it,
Once it
but I
comes
want to
to a
bring it to a
boil.
boil. I don't want to cover it and bring it to a boil. I
Right,
want to do it
right.
on its own, so it heats up. The vegetables will cook more that way. You know. All right. Now we're gonna add the paste here. We're going right into the bolognese. Well, we're moving right along. So I just buy one of these little cans, and I'm gonna use most of it. Okay. Why waste it? I say maybe I don't need it all, but I'm gonna use it all. I hate waste. Okay. And that you want to cook with the veggies, like another, few minutes, 5 minutes or whatever. And that's just gonna add another layer of flavor, make it a little bit more richer. Okay. You don't have to add paste to. I add paste to my meat sauces and the bolognese, but I don't tomato sauce. You don't want that.
Yeah.
And then of course with the pasta fagioli, I don't know if you use paste in your. I do use it in that too.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so it's more of a red, not a white. I'm gonna use this one instead. It's getting hot. These burners give off a lot of heat.
It's nice and warm, actually.
Yeah. So cold. See, we make a lot of soup. You made lentil soup today.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? You have to come over and
I
give
love
me
it.
your
I love it.
recipe. We
I
can
should've
make
brought
it.
some over.
No, do you put meat in yours?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, because I've made it.
Donnie wants, he just wants the vegetables
Yeah,
in it.
Dan
That's it.
loves lentil soup. But when I make it, oops, I'm touching the microphone. Did you hear that? I'll put like sausage or even kielbasa sometimes in there. It's
Really?
a nice little variation. Just give it a little.
Yeah.
Right, Dolores? Lentil soup with a little meat sometimes? But you don't have to. You could do vegetarian. Okay, so now you need to cook that paste down. You want to get that nice. See how that's coming along? Nice, nice.
So how
many
do you
times do I
actually
say
know-
nice?
But how do you actually know when it's time? I mean,
You're just softening the vegetables. You want to make sure that they're not going to be, I mean, they're going to simmer in the sauce.
Right.
Again, the vegetables are hard right now. You couldn't eat that. It's
No.
going to be hard. So you just know like 30, 40 minutes
Okay.
of simmering. I mean, this is going to simmer for a couple hours.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to
Wow.
put the meat in and that needs to cook.
Yeah.
I'm not browning the meat in this sauce because I want it to be, you know, all the natural flavor to come out. So I'm just going to cook the meat, put it in raw and just simmer the sauce later. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Yep.
like a lot of times if you're making like meat sauce and you want to brown your meatballs or your sausage before you add it in, not raw, just an extra layer of flavor, that brown. This is going to be like simmered for a couple hours, you know, so it's...
I hope you're not hungry. It's going to take 2 hours.
No, I got a pot right here. Come on.
She's already got some made.
Cut it out. What do you think? That's for later. I'm gonna,
Mrs. G got nervous.
you know, that's why I had to make a pot because I'm like, I don't want to feed these guys uncooked bolognese, right? No, we got some.
You have to be
She already had it for
prepared.
lunch. She
No,
was,
but she said she was going to have a little...
Now, that's why she's going to have chicken soup
No,
tonight.
no. She said, I think we'll have a little bolognese too, she said.
she
mind.
changed her mind.
Yeah.
All right, so I turned that down a little bit because it was starting to get brown at the bottom. You really don't want anything to burn, so keep stirring this. And you know, I like
Want me
to
to keep stirring it for you?
no, I'm just pointing out that I like to do. You're so sweet. They're like little helpers. I love it. You just want to make sure that you're cooking, you know, everything down and just building those flavors, building them up. Now,
Look at that.
because I'm doing this on video, I'm rushing a little bit.
Right.
But when I do this, like when I did it Friday night, I was taking my time. Like I was, you know, maybe I'm kind of pushing it along, in other words. But take your time when you're cooking. Cook your vegetables, then add your paste. Cook that another 5-10 minutes. Then add your wine. Reduce that down. That's gonna help bring depth to the sauce and make it. It's not rushed.
Right,
You know, we don't.
right.
You
There's
don't
no
want
need to rush
You
when
don't
you're
want to
cooking.
cook a big pot of meat sauce in a hurry. Okay.
No.
You want to let that just. You're building your flavors. Okay. You can season it after if you need more salt or whatever. So you don't really want it to burn. But guess what's going to happen if it does burn like that? When you pour the wine in, the red wine, and I do like to add red wine to this, it's going to pull all that up from the bottom. So it's going to clean the bottom of the pan, and it's going to take all that flavor. So that you don't mind. So normally another 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
How's that coming along? It's getting a little bubbly?
Not yet. It's coming along.
So you got-
It smells good. It smells
Yeah, so
wonderful.
you have all those vegetables. You have your carrots, your celery, your green beans, and then I do a little spinach, and then you're going to have your egg noodles. And these are just the egg noodles in a bag. It's like a 12-ounce bag. I like to cook them beforehand al dente. I do it with my pasta fagioli, too.
Okay.
I don't like to throw the pasta in there because unless you're going to eat all that in one sitting, that whole pot.
It's coming home.
She's talking to the Who are you talking to? Oh, are they talking back? Okay.
They're waiting. They're waiting for Sadie.
Let us know if they start talking back then. 'Cause then yeah, oh no, they see the car out there. I think Dan pulled in.
Okay.
See, they have watchdogs around
They're
here.
getting
so.
excited. Sadie's
All right, so
coming home.
that's getting, and now we're gonna add the wine. Where's the wine? You drank it all. You drank all the
No,
wine.
I didn't drink it.
Italian dry white wine. I used Ruffino. I had freaking.
my
I had a
God.
beautiful bottle of Ruffino Friday night. That's all I had. I had to put it in the.
That's what we do at Iris too.
So,
It's like, do you have anything?
I'm not measuring. I'm just gonna do like a half a cup. Half a cup. You don't even.
That was more like.
All right, half to 3/4. No, it wasn't a whole cup.
No.
I don't really measure.
Oh, they're
Boys
excited.
are back.
But now, look at Donnie. You're
Yeah,
gonna have to
look
let
at
this.
that, yeah.
Now you gotta let this wine burn off because you
Right.
don't want the wine to taste like the sauce
Great.
to taste like.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
Oh my God, when you put the wine in, is that not nuts? See, look, it now it picked up all that stuff at the bottom. It's like you have a clean
Look at
pan
that.
all over
Look
again.
at that.
This is a hearty, rich, meaty sauce. The vegetables just add that, meatiness to it. It's like
Right.
another, And then we're gonna let that simmer off, and we'll talk about the meat. Okay.
What's
And
up,
then-
boys?
I could just eat that.
Hey. All right, so now for the bolognese, I like to do the
Oh,
meatloaf.
it
So
is.
I will do I'm doing 3 pounds of beef. So I got 1 pound of the ground beef. And again, I like to do the 85 to 90. You can even go higher, but I want a little fat in there.
Yep.
But if you do like 8, you're gonna have that big fat, you're still gonna get the fat runoff at the end. I just incorporate it back in. If it's a very fatty meat, it's gonna be too much,
Right.
So try to buy a leaner ground beef. And then I have the ground pork and the ground veal and the ground pork. The veal is the lighter one. So, I mean, I'm doing 3 pounds. That's why I'm doing a lot of vegetables. That's
Right.
why I'm So you're gonna have a
That
good
makes
pot.
sense.
So the great thing about bolognese, what is it? They're so happy. Sorry, they're very happy somebody came home. The good thing about the bolognese is, which I love to do, is make lasagna with it. It is the best sauce to make lasagna with because of the creaminess in it.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna add some cream to the sauce.
Okay.
So that's what I'm making tomorrow. See, that's why I made so much extra. So if you want to come over for lasagna,
Maybe I may have to come by. What time?
lasagna bolognese, honest to God, it's so much better than
Lasagna bolognese tomorrow night.
and it's just, yeah. I know. We had pasta fagioli Friday. We had white clam sauce last night.
Oh.
We went on vacation and barely ate any pasta because I don't like to eat it when I'm out.
What's that?
We came home. I made it 4 nights in a row.
Because you're
Did you hear that?
craving
I
it.
heard it.
We went on vacation. We barely ate any pasta because they weren't cooking pasta in the Bahamas like we. But the point is that when you come home, you really miss the
Oh yeah.
you miss the cooking. You know.
Well, I'm sure their cooking wasn't anything.
So we
like
gotta
your
cook.
Cooking is
You
like.
got to let that wine burn off, Donnie. Another
Yep.
5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Oh, did it come to a boil?
No, not yet.
Why are you stirring it?
Oh, because I was.
Just kidding. I'm just
I
teasing.
want to.
That's good.
Let's go.
And you know, you can if you find that it's too thick or whatever, you can always add a little bit more water.
Okay.
You're gonna get a lot of flavor off the chicken, okay? And you're gonna get a lot of flavor off that skin. That's why I throw it in there, just for flavor.
Yep.
You know, I love to put the white beans in there though. It just gives it another layer of. So hold on, I might just add a little bit more water to that hot water.
Smells good.
Oh yeah, we're doing good.
She's got her under control.
You like it? Now don't forget, you're gonna add the noodles,
Right.
and you're gonna add the.
Do you ever add like orzo pasta?
Yep.
Yes, you do,
Excuse me.
okay.
You could do orzo, yeah, chicken and orzo.
Okay.
You could do potatoes. I mean, little bite size if you
Yeah,
wanted, right? Okay, so that's pretty good. Now we're gonna add the beef. Okay. We're gonna not brown it, but we're gonna cook the beef. Let's see. Can you get a shot of that, Rach? So Donnie, look at that. So now because it's gonna simmer for a couple hours, the
Right.
wine will still burn off, even though you could see the wine is
Yep,
still kind
yep.
of. But we'll throw the meat in, and then the wine will be cooking later. So we have 3 pounds.
Oh,
of
so you
beef
don't
in.
have to chop it. You just put it like this.
Yeah,
and
see,
then-
we're not
okay.
browning anything.
Ah,
We're gonna.
okay.
That's why you
Yeah,
need to.
right, it cooks right in there.
That's why you need to simmer the sauce for a while because you're not browning it, and browning it cooks it a little bit. So you want to do this part, Donnie?
Yeah.
You want to use? I'll have you use this one. Sometimes that one. And then just break. Don't get it on you.
I'm not gonna-
See, that's why I wore my. There's a lot of splatting going on. All right, so when we have the bolognese, I did fettuccine Friday night, but I didn't know what you guys wanted, so I bought penne and fettuccine.
Huh?
And then you do the dollop of
No,
ricotta
I'm fine
on
right
top.
now. Thank you.
Right?
That's
Yeah, you
real
got to have the
good.
fresh ricotta on
She's
the
watching
bolognese.
me.
Absolutely.
Yep. So that's what we're doing. So Carolyn, that's coming up to a boil, and we want to get this going, like we want it boiling, and then you're going to turn it down because that's going to help cook the vegetables quicker.
And then cover it.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, let's just do it. We'll cover it, make it a little quicker. All right, how are you doing? I'm going to turn
Coming
it up a
great.
little.
It's coming good.
I turned it down before, but now we can turn it back up. See that?
See,
It's a lot of muscle work.
Now,
I
when
usually
you
have
made-
Dan come in and do
When
this
you
part.
made the bolognese last time, did what was the chef's name?
Joe, Chef Joe.
Chef Joe. When he made it, did he do the bolognese kind of the same way? He cooks it in.
He didn't do cream, from what I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to add the tomatoes, and then I'm going to add a little cream, and that
Okay.
makes it like a little of a richer sauce.
Okay.
I don't know if that. Apparently that's optional.
Okay.
And then he added different spice. I think he did clove which it smelled so good. It was delicious. Oh my God. I mean, but it definitely changes the flavor of it. Good job, Donnie.
Nice. How's that?
All right, so we're going to bring that up. Get it.
Is that good?
Yep. These pans get hot, don't they?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so you just want to blend everything. We're not really browning it. We're just getting it going.
So typically, how long would it take to cook now?
Now I'm just going to do this for like a few more minutes. Just kind of cook it up a little bit,
Okay.
And then we'll add the tomatoes and the cream, and then we're going to simmer it.
And so typically,
that's
how
it.
long is that? What, an hour, 2 hours?
I'm probably going to simmer for a good couple hours.
Good
That's
couple
why I
hours.
already made it.
Okay.
I already made it. I'll show you, but
Okay.
I'll just show you until we take it off and put it on a little bit lower.
Okay.
The only thing is, when you do simmer it, I do partially cover it and just keep stirring it every once in a while.
Yeah.
You're going to get that fat layer of fat that comes to the top.
Okay.
That's okay. Just reincorporate it back in.
Okay.
If you don't like that, you can strain it off.
Okay.
You know, at the end. You know, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
I like it.
Where'd Dolores go? She left? Oh, she'll be back. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. And then, you know what's funny about this sauce is when I make meat sauce, I do ground beef and ground sausage, and it's heavier. This is light. It makes it like, you know, it's not as, the veal and the pork make it lighter, you know? So, and the vegetables just add that nice little thickness, right? All right, so we'll add the tomatoes. Now I did 2 cans of the San Marzanos.
Okay.
You know,
And you
whatever
already-
brand you want. I already pulsed them.
Yep.
That's why I wanted to put the apron on, because I'm so afraid. And then we just add the tomatoes, okay? All right, in there. Get them in.
Look at that.
Look at me, I
man.
don't want to waste. All right, so now I'm just going to rinse out these cans, because I like,
I'll
see
rinse
how-
them.
no, I'm putting it in there.
Then she's gonna.
I'm going to do like a half
It's
a
like
cup.
your mom used
Yeah,
to
I
do.
know, just like,
All right, see, get it all out, you make it clean. And there's a lot of stuff still in there. Why waste it, right?
why waste it? You're right.
All right, and a little water is good, because that's gonna simmer down. That's gonna kind of, the tomatoes are gonna give off a
look at
lot.
that.
Yeah. Oh, Carolyn, look at that. I think it's boiling.
Boiling pretty
Wait, is
good.
that hot? Here.
Oh no, it's not hot yet.
Okay,
Got it.
good. All right, so give it a little stir. 'Cause you want that to come to a good boil. There you
Now
go.
you can really smell it.
Yeah,
That's the water in the
Oops.
that's all right. It's just water.
Gotta keep it clean.
Ugh. Oh yeah, that. Okay, because their house, like you could eat off the floors. It is the cleanest house you ever want to go into in your life. You guys must come here and with the dogs
Oh,
and
look at
everything.
that now.
Mm-hmm. See how nice that looks?
Wow.
All right, so I'm just gonna let that like simmer for a couple minutes. I'll add some cream. You can add some more seasonings because you're probably gonna need a little bit more salt. I usually do a little pinch of sugar
And you
just to
don't
balance
use
it out.
basil in there.
You know, I didn't do any fresh herbs. Sometimes I do just the
Okay,
fresh
I didn't
parsley
know-
in this
okay.
one at the end.
Okay.
And I do have fresh parsley, so we can add it. I'm gonna grab the sugar over here. Just want to throw in a little pinch. I like to just cut through the, just a little pinch like that. Okay. And then that's it. So we're gonna turn this one down to a simmer. See, that came to a nice boil.
Oh yes.
And now I'm gonna turn it down to almost a simmer and just keep it partially covered. And that's gonna have to go for like another 30, 40 minutes, just till the carrots cook through. But otherwise, it's done. And we have our noodles. We'll add those to our bowl after. I'm just gonna give one more minute. I'm just gonna add the cream, and then I'll show you the finished product after this.
Look
Smells
at
good,
that.
right?
Smells beautiful.
Remember when I think I made this for you? 'Cause you love the
I
bolognese.
love
It's like that's
bolognese.
one of your
I
favorite
love
sauces.
it. It is my favorite.
Is it?
sauce. Yeah, I love it. I
You
love
just like
bolognese.
you
Look
like
at
it with the ricotta on top too. You do.
Yeah,
See, even when I make meatballs, Danny puts the ricotta on top of the
top of
meatballs.
them, oh, yeah.
I don't like it. I won't even put it on the.
You
No,
won't,
but
huh?
he loves it. It gives it that creamy.
Creamy taste, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we don't really even make lasagna that much, but when I make the sauce is when I
Yeah,
make the
you make
lasagna
the
because
lasagna.
it's just a nice lean
Right.
sauce. I don't know. It's not like my meat sauce is a little chunkier, and this is ground. Everything's ground down nice, and it's compact. And then there's cream in the sauce, so it goes so well with the creamy, ricotta filling for the lasagna. So that's it. Now we'll add a little cream, and then we're gonna turn that down to a simmer too. Everything is gonna simmer.
What's
All right.
he doing over there?
I just use whatever you have. I like half and half or
Okay.
whatever. Or you could use milk. I'm probably gonna be like a half a cup.
That's
Okay.
a cup.
Maybe a little bit more. I mean, he's laughing at my. I have to start measuring these things, right? All right. How much was that, Donnie?
So,
All right.
3/4 of a cup will go in.
See that? Look at that. That just makes it nice and creamy. And that's gonna just help round it out. You know, when you make penne alla vodka, you
Yeah.
add the vodka. It just gives it a different flavor. You know, you cook the vodka out, and you add the cream, and it makes it like a nice round. I don't know how to describe it. Like, just a certain kind of. Did I splat?
No.
No,
Alright.
no.
All right, see that? See how it changed it? Now it's going to simmer for a couple hours. It's going to get darker and richer as you go. You know, and I'll show you. So we'll bring that. I know.
Nice.
But see, the meat wasn't brown, so
Right.
you have to give it some time to cook now.
Cook,
All right, you
absolutely.
don't want to eat raw
No.
No,
bolognese.
you don't want to.
All right, so I like to let it simmer a little, but I'll turn it down, and I'll put the cover. Where's the cover?
Right there.
Right there.
No, that's not the one.
This one? You want to use that one?
Oh, that's the one. I put the wrong one on there.
Okay.
I like to leave it like that. Now, when you're simmering it, you got to keep coming over, like I said.
Stir.
Stirring it up,
Okay.
right.
And then this is what it looks like when you're all done.
Oh, look at
See?
that.
I turn that on, and we'll make.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
heat this
looks
one.
good.
See how nice that is? See how it got a little darker and thicker? Because it's going to reduce down. It's going to concentrate. All the flavors are going to, So what we'll do now is we're going to fill a little pot of pasta water, and we're going to make some macaroni, and we're going to plate
Nice.
it up. Are we ready?
Sounds
We have
good.
no glass
All
of
right, we'll
wine,
take a
too.
break. We're back. The bolognese is done. I want to show you, before we talk about all this,
Yeah.
I want to just show you the sauce. If you don't mind, I just want to show you a little bit. Carolyn, this is what happens to it. See? I was talking about that little layer
Oh, yeah,
on top.
there's
That's a little bit of
Yes.
layer of fat, but that's okay. Just it's going to thicken up. If you don't really want all that, you can strain some of it out. It's not a
Okay.
problem. But this has to go another 2-3 hours. You want to keep low and slow on simmer, partially covered.
Okay.
Okay. Now I already made this sauce, so that's what we're going to have tonight. But I just wanted to show you how that. At the end, you can like I said, remove that or just incorporate it back in. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so we already have it, and we'll do the soup in a minute. But here's the bolognese, already finished. I had a little pecorino romano. You could do the Parmesan Reggiano, whatever you like. I got fettuccine bolognese. I got penne rigate. So Donnie, what do you think? What's
It looks great.
Let's talk about what do we drink with this?
So, when
Bolognese.
when you start to pair the bolognese sauce, you really want to go with a nice Italian wine. Right?
Oh yeah,
So,
try.
but depending on which, like a Barbaresca,
Or the Barbera.
or Barbera.
I could
So
see that.
What I ended up doing is I ended up getting some nice Barbera. Nice California Barbera here, 2012. It's going to go
You know
great.
your wines.
It's gonna
I
go
love
great
this.
with this pasta tonight.
Yeah.
So
Did you
we're-
open it?
I just opened it.
God,
Ready to
it's
go.
it's
Ready to
half
go.
gone.
Oh, you want? Ready to go to the next
Oh,
one.
Donnie, that smells good. Oh,
Let's have a little
no,
glass.
my God,
Taste to see the taste
that
like-
sounds. Carolyn, hear him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna taste Dan.
Okay.
Danny, get over here. Dolores, you got your wine?
All right. So this is going to
come
go
over
very,
here.
very good with the Barbera.
It doesn't matter. We can hear your voice. Oh, Madonna.
Donnie doesn't have
All right,
one
listen. With the pasta, the bolognese, we like to put a little fresh ricotta on top,
Yes.
right, Danny? Wherever Danny.
What's that?
Ricotta.
Oh, yeah. it's
And
right
then,
here.
like I said, we have the fresh, well, we'll scoop it up. Donnie, what would you prefer? Would you like the bolognese or the the penne or the fettuccine?
I think I'm going to go with the fettuccine.
Yeah. That's good. That's
Put a
good
little
stuff.
fettuccine in
All right. And Dolores, what about you're waiting for the soup?
there. Beautiful.
I'm waiting for the soup.
All right. So what you have to
See
do
how she
here?
spinned it? Look at that.
Yeah, you want to make it a nice little nest so it keeps it warm.
Nice.
That
Beautiful.
makes it look pretty. Oops. I almost did it. All right. Well, I'm gonna have Donnie try it. Clean that up for you. Hold on.
Okay.
We don't want any mess,
No,
right?
No mess. No
All
mess.
right, now we're gonna. You like the little
Yeah, put a
Romano?
little
Yeah, you gotta have a
Yeah,
little.
get a little Romano.
You getting this?
Got a little, put in that little.
Oh yeah, load it up.
My mouth is watering. with it.
Jesus, mine is kind of watering as well, and I'm the cook. Usually the cook doesn't give a shit. They're so tired.
Like, I'm just
But I'm like, my mouth is salivating a little bit. I swore.
Look at that.
You know what? If you're not swearing, it's
That's
not
it.
real.
You're not drinking, swearing.
You should have heard us when the camera was off. There was a lot of, what was that? 2 turned on, 2 can't turn back.
Look at
white
that.
lines.
All right. And then we got the little parsley for garnish. Go ahead, Donnie.
All right.
Donnie's a taste tester. And then we'll,
Mrs. G, this is normally your job, but you know what? Tonight it's my job.
wait, you want a little more sauce on top or you good?
No, I put
Another scoop?
She's fired.
Another scoop. All right, we'll put another scoop on there. Come here, Donnie.
Got a little scoop.
You got to have extra sauce.
Yeah, right there. Put it on there. Perfect.
Wait, a little bit more. I have so much of this. Look at that. I have.
Beautiful.
All right, show Rachel.
Rachel,
Yeah, and so you mix that in and
Mix
show her
it
how.
in.
Show her how.
gotta mix it
See?
in like this.
That's what I'm talking.
Nice,
I gotta get
nice.
my camera.
Nice and nice like that.
Carolyn, you should be videotaping this. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, with
Rachel's doing that.
All right. Taste test. Here we go.
I love it. Oh God, what if it was bad? I just thought about
I
that.
don't think so.
No,
Ready?
swear to God.
Troppo saporito.
Oh,
Troppo saporito.
I gotcha.
Beautiful job.
Oh, you are so sweet. I knew what that meant. Now, Donnie, cooked al dente?
Beautiful.
Nice. You gotta have a
Beautiful.
layer. One little bite.
bit sip of the Barbera now.
Jeez, this is like nuts.
Oh my God. The
So we got the
flavors,
penne, we
flavors.
got the, oh, I love the fettuccine.
So nice, Mrs.
Look
G.
at that. See, it makes it nice and creamy. Danny's gonna love it.
good.
All right, now I'm gonna plate up the bowl of the soup. Carolyn, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Are you ready,
right.
Mrs. G?
Come on over here, because I want you to see what I do here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little noodles on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have your little noodles. And then I'm gonna do a little of the broth right on top. We're gonna get all that chicken, because you know we have a lot of chicken in there. And when you want to just get rid of some of the broth, you just strain it off the side, okay? And you can look at all the flavor, that skin and everything. You don't have to eat all that. That's just for flavor. So you can take that right out. So now we're just going to, and then what I'm going to do for a little freshness too on top of it all is I'm going to add a little of the spinach. Now look at this.
So you just add it at the very
Yeah. Now what? Give me your spoon. I want to show you something. See, you're just gonna. That spinach is already cooked. Look at that. It just makes another vegetable, another vitamin, another nutrient into your soup. Okay, so you got your noodles, you got your chicken, and then you got your carrots. And then I know you can't have the cheese, but see how the spinach just brightens it up? It just it makes it nice. It's already cooked. You just add that in at the end.
Smart.
Thank you, Carolyn. I was been praying somebody would say that on this. I'm just kidding. All right, Carolyn, come on.
Okay.
Now you can't have the cheese. I'm gonna make one up for Dolores.
For
We're gonna
Dolores,
do
Dolores
do
can have
that.
the cheese.
Yes. So I'll do one more, Rachel, so you can see. So this is gonna be for Dolores. 'Cause she doesn't
What's
eat
that?
You got that, right?
Yeah, I got it.
You sure? All right, so you put the noodles
But
in.
even when
And you know, why do I do the noodles on the side? I do the noodles on the side because they stay nice and firm. They don't expand. They don't get all. You know, it's very hot soup. You add the noodles, they overcook. You want to keep the noodle al dente in your soup.
Okay.
That's the way I liked it. Well, if the
Wow.
soup was cooled down and you
Right.
add the noodles, that'd be okay. They won't cook. If I add them now, they're gonna continue to cook.
Lorene, that is awesome.
Is it really?
Oh.
You getting that? Look, all right. So we got a lot of chicken in there. See all that chicken?
Wonderful.
That's amazing.
And we got
Is that for Dolores?
This is gonna be Dolores's. Hold on. Oh, jeez.
No, just enough, Mrs. G.
Wow.
But I want to show you, Rachel. You just throw the spinach on top
And
there.
I like how
Okay.
the chicken stock
Fold it
definitely
right
gives
in.
it a different taste.
It's amazing.
Gives it a richer
And
taste.
now I'm gonna add, if you can bring
Yes.
that over here for a little bit, just add a little cheese on
I
top.
like the
cheese
chicken
you want?
stock.
I'll do the Parmesan.
This
You
one
can tell
here,
the
that
chicken
one.
stock gives it a richer
Yeah,
taste.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
So, Rach, just a little Parmesan
That's
on the
what I
top.
like to put on top
Oh
of
yeah,
soup, too.
Dolores loves cheese. She puts it on everything.
Me too. I'm
No,
the
that's
same
what
way.
she was just
Okay,
telling me.
so take a little picture of that, and we'll give it to Dolores.
Take a picture of it.
Yeah, why not? Ooh, that looks good. Let me get a picture of Carolyn. Bon appetit, Carolyn. Aw, how sweet. God, it looks like you're eating a lot. I'm just going to take a picture with all this food in front of you. All right, hold on. We'll bring this over to Dolores. Poor Dolores is waiting patiently.
Start.
All right, hopefully we can get Dolores on the video, see?
Thank you very much.
Now, it's very hot, but you know what's going to be nice? It's going to,
All right.
the cheese will be nice and stringy. And that's it. Anybody else want chicken soup? Rachel! All right, I am so happy you guys did this with me again. Because I like cooking with friends. I'm cooking anyway, so why the heck wouldn't you cook with everybody else and have a good time?
Absolutely.
Donnie brings over the beautiful wine.
That's it.
Carolyn brings over the appetite. Small as she is, she eats more than all of us. I don't get it. I'm really impressed. And the family's over there a little camera shy tonight. But anyways, Dolores, thank you. I hope you like the soup.
Very.
And bon appetit. Say bye.
Buonanotte.
Come and watch these videos.
Go watch the videos. This is great food. You gotta eat it. Make it.
Bon appetit.
Part of our lives.
I
Gotta eat.
know, I know.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.